Europe or the United States of America are the best at Battlefield. This is the time we will see it. Let's play the final round. Okay, here it is. It's the third and final round. And earlier, those on Xbox voted which map they wanted to play on. And you have chosen to play Flood Zone.
Oh, nice! Flood Zone. So, Daniel, what's in store for the players on this map?
So, again, in the words of our European caster, Benson, it's going to be quite the shindig. It's going to be awesome. It's a very vertical map, so you have to capture the high control points on the roofs. That gives you an advantage. You also have to be careful because you will lose your tanks if the city overfloods. You will have boats instead. Fast-paced, a lot of fun, close quarters. It's going to be amazing.
Fantastic. Thank you, Daniel. All right, guys, this is it. The teams are in place. The commanders are ready. Let's play the final round. Gamers, pick up your controllers, and let's go over to our commentators, Alex and Benson.
You're too excited. I love it.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And wow, what great matches have we had, obviously. I mean, I think it's safe to say it's time to get it on.
Let's go. Let's get the third and final game underway right now. This is a game that counts. Let's have a look. Team America going up against Team Europe. Europe at the disadvantage. They've lost a man, Golden Boy. And yeah, you just have to, looking back at everything we've seen, some unreal play. But I would like to point out, in that camera shot, if you were looking at Major Nelson, you may have just seen 2 American flags now. So for every round he's winning, he's putting an extra American flag on his screen. So just being very patriotic. I like that.
Well, it's also just the confidence of the squad. They're so talented, and obviously displaying that here, winning 2 of these rounds. But I'm not counting Team Europe out just yet, because again, this is the kind of map where you need to have very strong infantry as well, because when you are able to get on the roofs, and Addison struggling a little bit there, but let's go ahead and jump on over to the other side. Let's leave Addison for a moment and see what's going on over at the D flag, because it seems like Team USA, they're making their way in there, and at this point in time, it seems like we're seeing battles going on at B, C, and D.
You can just see the Americans just getting blown out of that gas station. The Europeans just leaving a tank there, basically saying, you want to run at us? That's absolutely fine. We will slay you down every single time you attempt it. And looking at that overhead view, you can see right now the way that this is panned out. It's been a familiar story every time we've seen these guys practice. The Europeans will take an early lead in terms of flags, but then all of a sudden, the Americans, they're just so good at getting a bit of a comeback. It's iconic pain. It's been a bit ambitious there, a bit dangerous. Getting that chopper in, that's going to be, well, he gets out in time. The explosion as well. I thought that was going to kill him.
You just really like explosions,
It's
man.
just awesome.
All right, well, we got to give love to the Russian Badger, because at the beginning of the show, he was super confident. And, of course, having his delicious beverages and snack treats have certainly helped him out quite a bit. Unfortunately, not there, as he gets taken out. Going to his partner we also spoke to, iSucks. He is just manning up top and just waiting to see if anyone's going to be creeping around the side here.
Oh, that's not really...
I got that on screen, bro.
That's not gone well for him.
It has not gone well for him. I've gone through the entire India squad here, and they've just not had the best of luck. Shibby, you're my final hope, man. I hope you do well. But let's go ahead and see what's going on with the overhead. So much craziness in Flood Zone.
Yeah, you can just see the sheer amount of numbers. This is a perfect camera angle as well. You can see the C-Fuck and you can see the B-Fuck, both controlled by those European players. And the way that they're just trying to push out and try and apply that pressure on Europe, but Europe have actually lost Delta flag, and I believe that's going to be some pressure on from the US squad. And speaking of the US squad, let's have a look at Brass Monkey right now.
Yeah, Brass Monkey, and if we take a look at what he's using that RPK 74M, right? Which is going to give him, of course, a support class. That's an LMG. That's going to give him some good range with the PKA 3.4 scope. That's going to give him great range, right? To be able to just, hit targets at a long distance. If we go and actually check it out first person and see how effective he is with that, because, he ended up getting taken off from behind. That is going to be unfortunate. Jumping on over to the EU side, though, well, let's see what is going on here with Annie.
Team Europe do have that very, very fragile lead, but as you can see, they are bleeding right now. The score going down and down and down, and America trying to count that comeback. That is because, as you said earlier on, America have the advantage on those flags. Just the number, it's 3 flags to 2 right now. It looks like Annie just trying to play a little slow. Explosions going left and right. They need to try and make a play, wait for squad to spawn on. But just explosions everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, explosions. That is what it's about here, folks. Is Andy just going to do the best that he can to stay alive, obviously. And now let's actually see what is going on here with Hotel Squad. They're doing very well. I mean, this has been a very close game, Ben.
Well, I believe we actually have some news down on the show floor.
Yes, great news indeed. Now, do not forget, when the round is over, the show isn't. Viewers on Xbox still have a chance to shape the show by choosing the most valuable player. And they also get to decide which world-exclusive reveal we will be revealing from the second Assault expansion pack, which naturally will be available first on Xbox One.
Which one will it be? Gulf of Oman, Operation Metro, or Operation Firestorm? It is up to you, folks, so keep your controller close to hand.
All right, well, there you heard it right there. You guys can go ahead and vote on the MVP. So we're going to go ahead and get to that in a little bit. Let's go right back into the action as we have some helicopter play here from Widgety Bear. And, ooh, he is not going to be faring too well. If we jump over to the other side, though, we do have a pretty good angle of what's going on.
I love that strike. So what the Americans did was they took a helicopter, they filled it with as many people as they could, landed on the top of the building, and then all parachuted down to try and apply the pressure. And you can see on our overhead view right now, that echo flight, just Americans absolutely everywhere. They're trying to push out and trying to apply the pressure on these European flags, that triangle of A, B, and C. They have D as well, but right now Europe is saying, hey, we have 3 flags. You guys are the ones that are bleeding. You need to come to us. But that's a very, very dangerous strategy.
All right, well, looking at Fake Thriller here, might be able to pick up the double, but that is not going to happen as Fake Thriller is going to get taken out on the EU side. Fox Speedy now putting down some shots, able to pick up a couple there. And that LMG, of course, going in with that suppression, so that's going to be great with that bipod as he's able to mount it, and that gives him great accuracy. So anyone who decides to get gully and move through there, they're going to be met with a lot of bullets from Fox Speedy.
And you can see just the pressure that is being applied on the flag right now. Are they going to be able to try and change it? It looks like all these Americans desperately trying to get on there. That's going to be the B flag. I believe they should be able to take it as the chopper comes in to give them just that last bit of support. They are going to have that 3 flag advantage, but look at A as well, Golden Boy. And the Americans, they're trying to take that A flag as well. You can see that on the overhead view right now. They have complete control. There's only going to be one European down there who's going to be the hopes and dreams of Europe, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I think America's going to come 4 flags and lead. They're also taking Charlie as well. They could take every single flag.
Well, and that is going to be scary, right? Because, you know, when they take those 5 flags, I mean, the bleed is just going to be insane, right? They're going to lose a lot of points, and that is something that Team Europe just cannot afford here. Remember, this is it. This is the game that matters, right? Because while they were playing the other rounds, those are for points to keep their dice high-value asset. This is it. And Team USA, although they're losing B, they have every single flag right now, and this could very well be what they use to catch up. You can see the kill feed lighting up in the favor of the U.S. squad. Of course, Team Europe, they need to answer back. So much activity going down over by the B flag. Goodness, Benson, this is making me almost have a heart attack.
This is absolutely fantastic play. But the big question is, how are Europe going to try and break in towards these 3 flags? You can see the B, C, and A flag. They're all under control by America, but A and C is currently flashing. That is going to be Europe desperately trying to mount a bit of a comeback, because right now, Europe are about to go down behind. This is an amazing comeback from Team America. I have no idea how they're going to do it. It's a tied game right now, and that's going to be America taking the lead.
Oh, man, and remember, guys, it is going to be the first to 0 loses, okay? So that is why this is so important. Because of that stop, because they were able to capture all 5 flags, that created such a crazy bleed there. They lost so many points so quickly. Now Team Europe has to answer back. They managed to cap A, which is their home flag, which is great, but they have to start making their way over to D to be able to secure that.
If Europe want to have any chance of going back into this game, Golden Boy, we're going to need to see at least a 4 flag cap. They're going to need to cap at least 4 flags just so they can try and get that bleed that they lost when they went down 5 flags. It's as simple as that. They need to apply the pressure right now. And you can see on your screen just the sheer mayhem going on. And we'll have a look at this Delta flag. The Europeans coming from both sides. A great pinch. In comes the Jeep as well. Europe should be able to cap that flag, and that should give them a bit of support. But meanwhile, Echo flag is also going as well.
That is awesome there. As you can see, Team Europe, they are doing an amazing job. Again, this tabletop view gives us a great idea as to what's going on. Major Nelson throwing in that tow missile, though. That is going to decimate some people there on the side. That is great. And they do have some air support. There's no doubt in my mind that Team USA can get E back, but I do have to commend them because Team Europe managed to make their way straight through cross map. But here's the other thing. If you look there, the A flag, they've lost it yet again.
They have. They're just not able to hold on to it. But it's Europe actually trying to contest that A flag, get it back under their control. They're around about 50 points behind at this point. But Golden Boy, this is where it's great. We still have over 10 minutes of Battlefield 4 action to show you here on the Xbox One. And just a fantastic, fantastic gameplay coming from both these two teams. And as well, you have to give these commanders some praise as well. So some of the plays they're making is just huge.
Yeah, I mean, can we, you know, you mentioned the Xbox One real quick. Can we just talk about how darn pretty it looks? Seriously, because I played
so
Battlefield on PC throughout the entire time, and I finally got my chance to play on console, and I absolutely love it. Awesome stuff here because, you know, I'm a console gamer. It's what I do. But Widgety Bear, again, dominating the air, doing what he can, and you can clearly see on the side here, the squad, with the squads, they're all just performing so well. Hotel Squad currently sitting at 47 kills. This is actually the squad that Widgety Bear is a part of, and Wally is in there. Unfortunately, Widgety Bear is going to get taken out as we jump on board with Wally. Let's see what's going on with him. Of course, in the tank, I would say the top tank gunner on the squad. Of course, it's
I'd say
awesome
game
infantry. Yeah, you know, perhaps he's just doing his job and expertly at that.
He's so good at what he's doing, and you can see on your screen those flags that are flashing. CMD, Europe trying to take those, whilst that Echo flag, that's going to be America trying to grab some control over that. C has been lost, and let's have a look. Can they try and cap C? You got it on your screen. Europe definitely trying to put some numbers. The helicopters are going to dive in, and look at the amount of players that are going to jump out from Europe. That should give them at least a little bit of hope to try and cap that flag. That was a fantastic landing from the helicopter pilot, and you can see the engineers working on that flag as well. I think they are going to be able to get it, but the lead USA have right now with 10 minutes left is starting to become a little bit daunting.
I mean, this could get to the point where Team USA is able to not only dominate them in the flag counts, which of course Team EU is doing a splendid job of being able to answer back consistently, but they need that similar thing that Team USA got, that all cap. They need to get in there and get at least, I mean, honestly, at this point, they need to cap all 5. And with the way that they're playing, while their gun skill certainly is one to be reckoned with, they're just not getting it done there when it comes down to actually pushing the objective.
Yep, I'm right now on board with Vicstar123, a very good YouTuber. I love his YouTube content. Can he try and change things up for Team Europe?
They got Triple Wreck, who's another big YouTuber too, which is funny.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have some little jabs in each other a little bit later on. But some fantastic plays coming from Vic, but he is going to need to try and help his team, try and turn things around for Team Europe. You can see he's making his way towards that Delta flag. Can he try and get a good shot off across the map? I think he's not managed to get that kill, but he is definitely going to be calling that out to his teammates, see if they can try and pick that up for him. But America are pulling away right now, Golden Boy.
Yeah, and this is scary here for Team Europe. I mean, they had such a great start, you know, they looked very strong. Of course, the game was very close, and I have to emphasize it one more time, that all cap from Team USA caught Team Europe off guard. And now if we take a look here, the boys of Team Europe, they're holding down the rooftops. They're trying to secure the, I believe they're trying to defend the C flag as well as the B flag, so that this way they know that they're not going to lose those. And it looks like they're capping A too, which is great for them. They definitely need that. But again, is it too little too late, Benson?
It's not over yet, but I want to have a look at Addison and his flying. We've been talking a lot about the Americans in the air. Let's see if the Europeans can try and add a little bit of emphasis in the air. Addison right now doesn't look like he has much control. I think he's going to have to fail. That's going to be a crash. He's going to be out of action. A flag still being taken. You can see that on the overhead screen. The chopper was very close there. Let's have a look at Starbuck just dropping off the troops. Fantastic strategy. That's going to be a neutral flag, and it looks like Europe are going to go back one flag in the lead.
Yeah, and of course, applying that fire, right, that cover fire there on that chopper, as they do manage to capture this point. So that's great for them. We do have some more eyes as Team USA is starting to push in here on B and C, which is something that Team Europe has been defending with so much, prowess. And could it all crumble right here? This is a huge swing if it happens.
This is a massive swing, and let's not forget they have Killer in the air in that helicopter who's just trying to give them that added support. All the Americans on the rooftop, you can see them there flooding those flags, but Europe off spawn, desperately trying to go big for their team. I don't even think that is Killer in the chopper. It's going to be another American. He's just going to have to try and come in and try that approach again, because Europe are holding off those 3 flags. 7 minutes remaining here on the all-important Showdown match, and this is amazing gameplay right now.
Well, yeah, and bear in mind, too, right, that they have time. They can make something happen. I was a little worried at first, but if they continue to hold down A, B, and C, they can push out to D, and oh, wait a minute, they're losing B. That's going to be scary for them. And let's see if Team USA can manage manage to cap that, as that would be very dangerous. Of course, we're on board here with Fejion, who's considered to be one of the best players for Team EU. Some of the best stats on Battle once again, but he's just not being able to do anything here. If we take a look, let me see if I can bring up his stats. 13 and 12 at this point in time. Not really, I guess, reflective of his talents, but again, he needs to, they all just need to get something going, Ben.
They do. This is where AC Bongos is going to become a big factor. That commander role in moments like this is a huge factor. If he can use that commander mode efficiently now, he can bring Team Europe back into this fight. And you can see Vedron, he's actually directly behind him. Please go for a knife. Please do it. He's going to play it safe.
Yeah,
Managed to pick up the kill.
Takes out Dasker, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the captains for Team US. And, you know, just destroying some equipment there, of course. And Fejion, he's just going to continue to hold it down, finding a player right in front of me. He's going to get wiped out. That was going to be from Triple Wreck. And we're now on board with Pyrobios here. Of course, trying to put that attention forward, able to find one. That was going to be Vice. He's going to be able to take him out. Continuing on forward, working with his teammates to control the rooftops, of course. And they might be able to make a swing happen, but they're down a flag. That is not good. The bleed is definitely going to affect him here.
And you can see a bit of a battle going on, tank and tank, a bit of a helicopter support coming in from Team Europe, definitely trying to take down Shibby in that tank, but they're not able to do so. And Shibby having that control in that tank is just going to prevent any European push towards that flag. This is just fantastic defensive play. Looking at that scoreboard though, Golden Boy, Europe, they only have B and C flag. America, once again, going to try and pull away. They know they can smell blood right now. They know that they can end this.
Benson, I'm looking at Europe's Vermilion-N1 here to be able to at least give some kind of cover here for this team in the air, because again, this is the thing that we have seen time and time again, where Team Europe has not been able to command the air, and Team Europe is able to make their way into the E flag here, as they are going to be able to cap this one in just a second. You can hear Team USA just yelling at each other. The communication is just saying, push the objective, push the objective. Oh man, it has just been such a crazy battle.
Team USA, they know Europe can come back into this. They know, even though they have this lead, crazy things have happened, Golden Boy. Crazy things
well,
have
that
happened.
obliteration game was a testament to that.
Exactly that. But this is where Team Europe, they need to push towards that Delta flag. The Alpha flag is so far away from them, they're just not really going to be able to push that realistically, but it looks like they've sent a squad that way. And you can see that just as the camera pans around, that one squad desperately pushing for it. But iconic Wally is back in that tank.
Yeah, and he's 27 and 3, Benson.
How does he not die?
I don't know.
Give me lessons.
He just, you know, he just manages to hold it down. He's on this bridge. He lives in this bridge. He's a troll. You know, essentially that's what it is. And no one is going to be able to stop him here, as the time is going to continue to wane down. We have 4 minutes left on the clock, 175 to 307. Team USA currently in the lead right now. Iconic Wally, again, just continuing to apply pressure, taking out EGL's Glenn. Wow, and Major Nelson is in this squad too, keep in mind. I mean, oh, goodness.
This is something the Europeans haven't been able to address.
They haven't been able to stop it.
Exactly, the tanks and the jets, the Europeans just have not been able to take them out. And you can see just what a massive effect this makes on the game. I mean, Wally, he's just sat there and he's just slaying out the Europeans. And you can see it looks like Team USA are about to try and take that flag for themselves. Let's have a look at Triple Wreck though, over the other side of the map, putting some pressure on that Charlie flag. And it looks like the Americans, they want to end this in style. They want to end this with all the flags.
Well, let's see if they're going to be able to do that here, as Triple Wreck is going to make his way through, and this is actually going to be the C flag defending this. He is going to have his teammate there for support, and he is going to have that gun in auto there. Let's see what he's using, as a matter of fact. He's using that AK-12, the trusty AK-12. It's a very, very resourceful weapon with that HD-33 one-time zoom red dot. So that is something that's really going to help him out too. Triple Wreck and company, seems like they are going to be able to make the cap happen. Yes!
Oh, no!
They lost the cap. That could be huge, and I think that they are going to be able to make the swing happen. I think Team EU might be able to get 4 here.
Well, C and D is going to be where it's at. Let's have a look at the overhead view of C and D. You can see that C flag about 25%. I believe D is still going as well. In comes the American chopper. He's going to need to try and put some pressure on those flags. I think he did just manage to stop that D flag, but Charlie is still being taken by the Europeans. You can see just the sheer amount of numbers diving on that flag. 2 minutes 32 left, and Team Europe have 3 flags. Team USA with 2, and the lead, Golden Boy, is starting to be reduced.
Well, of course, but the problem is, though, Benson, they don't have a lot of time to work with. That 2-minute warning is about to come up here, where the pressure is going to be on them. They have to get that all cap like we talked about before, Ben. If they are not able to secure that, you know, it'll be curtains for them, and Team USA will win the Battlefield Showdown. But they are going to get Echo. This is going to be very dangerous here for Team USA. I'm looking at Widgety Bear in the chopper to be able to provide some kind of support, but they finally found a group. They're finally able to make the stop happen. Widgety Bear is going to land just enough. I can't believe he is still alive.
Can he prevent the fight? That's going to be the question.
And he does have teammates there, so they are able to prevent that fight. Cap D and A. D and E
but E's still going.
Contested right now, and it seems like Team USA was able to make that stop happen. 1 minute, 38 seconds left on the clock, and at this point, the 100-point threshold has been passed for Team Europe.
Widgety Bear, you have to give him props. Look at that little icon on the right side, all the kills and deaths. Iconic Wally, 34-3. Widgety Bear, 24-3. These Americans have come across the pond to play some serious Battlefield 4, and they are playing some fantastic plays. Widgety Bear, he sees EG out, and I believe that's climbing the chopper. He's going to make small work of him. Thank you very much, Widgety Bear, just providing some fantastic action in this chopper. But again, it is still Europe with those 3 fights, but with 1 minute left on the board, this is not looking good. As Widgety Bear is basically flying around saying, you know what, I'm just going to get some kills right now.
Important thing to note here, Team USA was able to stop any attempt at an all-cap. I think that was something that, you know, I was hoping that Team Europe was going to be able to do, so that this game, with the gap, would close up a little bit here. I have to give Team USA all the credit in the world. Team Europe, though, they fought valiantly. They constantly pushed forward, and we have about 40 seconds left on the clock here. I don't think that there is enough time for Team USA to do anything. Let's jump on board, Team Europe to do anything. Jump on board to the other side, see the battle that is unfolding over by C. Team Europe, they're holding it down, but at this point, it just wasn't enough.
They have reduced that lead. It was over 200 points at one point. Now, below the 100 mark, 20 seconds left. I mean, you can see the scoreboard. There's so many kills on your screen. My screen it just shows, you know, these helicopters flying around, just manic stuff. 10 seconds left, though, Golden Boy.
And that is going to do it. I got to give credit to Iconic Wally real quick. 38-3. That tank play was unreal. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Team USA wins the Battlefield 4 Showdown.
Congratulations, guys. I've got members of Team USA here with me. You know, I heard you guys really chattering. Lots of talk out here. European side, not so much. Do you think that's why you guys pulled it off in the end? Just you let your teammates know what's going on.
Absolutely. We practice 32v32 on a regular basis, level BF, and comms is a big thing with us. Squad communication, I mean, you could hear it right now. My voice is gone.
Dude, I don't know about yours, but there's one of your gents up there is like ready to just pass right out. Why stuff like this? Well, congratulations, guys. Really quick, any last words to Team Europe?
Nice try, guys.
All right, well, that wraps it up. Nice, short, and succinct. All right, Andy, back to you.
Honestly, no dignity in victory. AC, I mean, I felt for you. It was always going to be tough with a man down, surely.
It was. That was a big loss, losing Alan. And that's really tough to take. You know, I think we held the cap points quite well. Congrats to Team USA. You did a great job of denying A to us, and I think that turned it around. So well done, hands up. You came out here, you did a great job. You did a great job in armor, you did a great job in the air. And I think we were superior on the ground, but I've got to hand it to you guys.
Well done. Now, I'm just going to come to this guy right here. The jacket worked, I'm not going to lie. I mean, what was going on there? You guys were really, I mean, it was close at the beginning, and then you guys kind of brought it back.
Yeah, well, it was, first of all, I want to congratulate AC for fantastic.
This is rare. Just hug, please. Come on, finish it. Let's go.
No, listen, I want to say everybody on Team Europe was unbelievable. They really had a great strategy there. It took our guys a little while to kind of get in the groove, and then we realized we could not give up those center points and just pulled back. Ended up just holding 3 points, and that's what ended up really winning us the game in the end.
Honestly, fantastic work. Well,
I think it's important to note that my commander score was significantly higher than yours.
okay, we'll stop there. Now, don't go anywhere because we have got that exclusive second assault reveal for you. But first, it's time for you to vote on who you think is the most valuable player. We've assembled a shortlist of 3 players for you to vote, so get ready to push those pads on your Xbox controller. Alex, who's in the shortlist?
All right, well, Andy, thank you so much. Obviously, congratulations to Team USA once again. And let's actually go ahead and jump into the short list here of the MVPs, because first up, we have KFR Chris, who I would have to say played great for Team EU, did everything he could, got a lot of multi-kills as well, and played valiantly, I have to say, without a doubt.
Just amazing plays coming from him. You see him in the tank just raining down terror.
That's right. And then, of course, you know, got to give credit to Team EU there. They fought valiantly. But then on the other side, we have to also give some love to the US team, because there was some MVPs there as well. First up, we have Epsilon
Gotta give him
Chinese.
love. You have to give this guy love. He just destroyed the whole game. Definitely a game changer. I mean, look at that play. He was basically like, hey, yo, I'm bringing a tank to this gunfight, yo. You better move out of the way, because we are slaying our way through that. I mean, just even with a gun as well, this guy was unstoppable throughout the whole day.
Such a key player in that first domination game as well. Very effective in the other games too. Bear that in mind. And we have one more MVP. Who was it, Benson?
Well, I'm so excited about this last player. I'm not gonna lie.
The king of the sky!
Combat killer, baby! If you like jet flights, just take notes. Sit at home, pen and paper, just start jotting down notes how to fly on BF4, because this was pristine. We saw this guy go clutch time and time again. Every single game mode. It was irrelevant. It doesn't matter. If you needed air support, he was the player to watch out for. And you can just see here, just immaculate flying from him.
That's right. And there you go. That's the short list of MVPs. Andy, take it away.
Stuff. I can't wait to see who you guys choose. You can vote on who you think deserves to win the MVP really soon, so keep an eye out for that. Now, it's time to reveal that second Assault exclusive. You were asked if you wanted to see the world exclusive reveal of either Gulf of Oman, Operation Metro, or Operation Firestorm. And you chose Operation Metro. Massive 49% of you did it, in fact. So here are the goods. Check this bad boy out. Daniel, you always come up on this stage like the oracle, the fountain of knowledge, the fountain of unity. You guys have delivered once again. That is very impressive.
It is very, very impressive. One of the best Battlefield maps we've ever made. You see roofs coming down, micro-levolution modes, turn the lights off, put the flashlight on. What you just saw, what everyone just saw in the world, was a piece of art made by some of the best developers in the world, located in DICE LA. Huge shout out to you guys. Keep grinding. We've got ideas forever.
Okay, I can't wait. I also can't wait to see what happens with that Star Wars. But shh, keep that one quiet. Now, thank you very much, Daniel. Appreciate it. You may leave the stage, and we look forward to playing that as soon as it's out on Xbox One when it launches on the 22nd of November. Just by magic. Here's Jessica. What's going on?
We will have our results of the most valuable player vote in just a second, but first, stop the press, guys. DICE have provided yet more Second Assault footage for you guys at home, so take a look. All right, now it's time to announce the most valuable player of the show. We gave you at home 3 people to vote on, and the winner is KFR Chris. So, KFR Chris, please come to the stage and accept your trophy. KFR Chris. Oh, yay! Congratulations.
Boom.
Where's that awesome bad boy gonna go in your house?
What? Why me? I don't speak French.
Or you don't speak English.
You know what? I'm just gonna give you a high five.
Now we're talking.
Congratulations!
That's the language of victory right there. Love it. Only live. Only on live.
Congratulations. Well, guys, we've had an awesome time here tonight. There's been so much action, cheers, a couple tears, but more importantly, the game's been played in the best of spirits. I've really enjoyed the atmosphere here tonight. I know we're a little blustery sometimes, Team USA, but you guys did an absolutely excellent job, and we are very honored to be here in London. Thank you to all our players from the US and Europe for taking part in the show. Also, thank you to all of our shoutcasters, Benson, Alex, you guys are so amazingly talented and make these events a total entertainment to watch. And of course, you guys at home for being part of the show as well.
Fantastic indeed. It's been so adrenaline driven. Honestly, I can't even get my words out. Now, don't forget that Battlefield 4 is available at the Xbox One launch on the 22nd of November, as is the Second Assault Expansion Pack DLC. But the party ain't over, people. If you want to play Battlefield 4 on Xbox 360, for the next hour or so, we have special DICE servers online right now where you can get to play online with the guys from Team USA and Team Europe. Just use the server selection tool and search for the servers called Battlefield 4 Showdown.
All right, yet again, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, you can see the entire show again on demand on Xbox Live. Thank you and goodbye.
Ta-ra, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.